Hey, this is Chris for jamplay.com. Welcome to the style of modern worship guitar playing. Now, the style of modern worship guitar pulls its influences from nearly everywhere. A lot of pop music, a lot of U2, and even punk music. But what sets this style of guitar playing apart is the way that it's layered. Oftentimes, in a live worship set, you'll see 2, maybe 3 electric guitar players on stage. You'll see maybe 2 acoustic players. There's often a lot of vocalists. There's a keyboard player, there's a bass player, there's percussionists, and of course a drummer. So because of the numbers on stage, or the layers in the recordings, the parts have to fit together like a puzzle. They're usually very simple, they're usually very rhythmic. You have to layer things together so that the parts do not compete with one another. You have to play in different parts of the neck. You have to be judicious with how you use effects. A lot of times when people are first getting into this sort of style, they think, oh, let's use tons of effects. That's how they get that sound, because the end result is quite effect-driven. But there's a lot of dry playing as well. The effects are strategic. The parts fit together like a puzzle. And the tones are very intentional. This style is about creating space, and it's about leaving space. This style is about taking things that you probably already know how to play and using them in a way that is complementary to the entire soundscape that you're creating. If you haven't already done so, please watch my series on chords, capos, and simple melodies here on Jamplay if you're an acoustic guitar player, or expanding your rhythm playing if you're an electric guitar player. Both of these series are going to give you a hint of how we're going to be applying both the electric and the acoustic guitar in this setting. We'll be utilizing the caged system for both the electric and the acoustic guitar. So I won't be teaching the entire system, but I'll be referring to it. If you're not familiar with it, be sure to look up other lessons on the site regarding the caged system. You don't have to be able to shred up and down the caged system, but you do need to understand the basic concept of what the caged system means. We're also going to be using the number system to help communicate the different areas of the guitar and how to play the same chord progression in different positions and in different keys. I strongly recommend you reading my article on the Nashville number system here on Jamplay and getting those concepts down before diving into this series. So after we go over position playing, the roles of the electric and the acoustic guitar in different worship settings, effects, and just general techniques, we're going to take a look at 4 song environments. These song environments take everything that we've looked at in this series and we apply them in a real band type situation with chord progressions that you'll probably be using in a real worship service environment. This series is really for all levels of guitar players. If you're interested in just strumming the acoustic, you're going to get something out of this series because you're going to be listening for how the other instruments work. You're going to be able to lead those other instruments if you understand how the textures fit. If you're an electric guitar player, you're going to know when to lay back. You're going to know when to step forward. You're going to know your place. If you're a band leader, you're going to learn how to communicate to the other instruments, the other players, as to how things should sound, how things should fit together, how the puzzle should work. When you get done with this series, you'll have a much better idea of what it means to play simply and embrace the less is more concept. Thanks for checking out this series. I hope you have lots of fun.